and welcome to our presentation on shared decision making. Today we will discuss a decision-making framework that is widely used in the medical field but has been adapted for use in education. In any situation that requires sound decision-making practices and that would benefit from a collaborative approach, the shared decision-making model can result in more informed, effective, and efficient results. During today's presentation, we will take a closer look at what SDM is, its benefits, and the decision-making process. We will consider our current decision-making model and discuss where we can utilize SDM. We will see how one school district successfully uses collaborative decision-making to guide curriculum development. In a short video, we'll hear from teachers who engage in SDM and gather ideas about how we can utilize SDM in our school. Finally, we will reflect on what we've discussed and discovered today to consider how we might use this information individually and collectively. Let's begin today's discussion by looking at what the research has to say about SDM. SDM is the act or process of extending decision-making rights and responsibilities to those who are traditionally omitted. Historically, leaders such as superintendents, principals, coordinators, school board, etc., make decisions with little input from other stakeholders. However, SDM includes all stakeholders in the decision-making process, including administrators, teachers, counselors, support staff, students and their families, and even community members. Anyone who has a stake in the decision can be included on the SDM team. There are multiple approaches to SDM. According to De Matthews, the consultative decision-making approach involves the leader gathering input from various stakeholders, considers their input, but makes the final decision on their own. In the joint decision-making approach, all members have an equal say and come to a conclusion in a democratic manner. Finally, in the delegated decision-making approach, leaders delegate decisions to those stakeholders with valuable knowledge or expertise in a given area. Many times, leaders who approach decision-making in this manner will set clear limits and guidelines and will often require approval before action. Let's take a few minutes to do a think, pair, share activity with your table mates. With your group, come up with a definition of SDM that works best for our school. Consider our current decision-making model. Are we consultative, joint, delegated, or some combination of the three? What would you like to add, change, or omit in this new decision-making model? If you like, brainstorm a new name for this new model. In about 5 minutes, we will share ideas with the whole group. Changing the status quo can be tricky and may even lead to feelings of mistrust. So why should we consider adopting a more collaborative decision-making style? Research tells us that the benefits of developing and sustaining a collaborative environment, even with something as seemingly mundane as making a decision, has a host of benefits. As with everything we do in education, the ultimate goal of SDM is increased student achievement and an improved educational experience. Here's how SDM can help us realize that. First, decisions that come from a collaborative model are more likely to be of higher quality. This stems from an increased bank of knowledge and expertise as we place a spotlight on alternative perspectives. That is, each team member brings something unique and important to the decision-making table. In turn, this often leads to increases in stakeholder satisfaction with school leaders. As a result, we often see more teachers assuming leadership capacity, improvements in collegial relationships, and an enhanced school climate and culture. With this comes a greater likelihood of aligning to our school's vision, mission, and goals, which of course brings us back to improvements in student achievement and their overall educational experience. When we work together, students reap the benefits. As an added bonus, SDM and a collaboration in general offers more diverse opportunities for professional development. Experts state that participation in SDM allows staff to experience alternative perspectives when they interact with a more diverse group of colleagues. These experts also share that hearing new ideas and sharing one's own can lead to professional and personal growth. In fact, engaging in SDM is very similar to working in professional learning communities. Furthermore, delegating specific decision-making roles or responsibilities in SDM can enhance this form of professional development. We've discussed what SDM is and what the benefits of implementing it are. But how do we go about doing so? When you consider it, we make a tremendous number of decisions every day. But how do we do it? What process are we using that we are unaware of? Some decisions are so ordinary or rote, there doesn't seem to be any conscious thought given to them, such as what time do I need to get up tomorrow? Other decisions, while commonplace, may require a bit more thought. What outfit will I wear? But, as educators, we are often faced with more substantial choices. What lessons will I teach, and how will I teach them? Does this student need extra attention today? Many people often rely on their instincts in these situations. However, what do we do when the choice will have a significant impact on our department or the school as a whole? In these situations, a more formalized decision-making strategy may be called for. This is where SDM can have a positive impact on our school. Here are 7 steps to consider when making decisions in the SDM model. Following these 7 simple steps can make your collaborative decision-making process more data-informed, effective, and efficient. When creating your action plan, consider using the template on the following slides as a starting point. For more templates and information, go to What Works Clearinghouse and enter Action Planning in the search field in the upper right-hand corner. Now that we understand what SDM is, its benefits, and the steps to making decisions, let's consider how we can begin to utilize SDM in our school. Where would a more collaborative decision-making process benefit our stakeholders? There are many occasions for us to use SDM at our school. In fact, we are already doing so in some areas. Experts suggest the following opportunities for implementing SDM. Leadership teams comprised of administration, teachers, staff, families, and community members can be utilized during SDM to make decisions that affect the entire school community. Professional learning communities offer another chance to use SDM. PLCs are used for a wide variety of topics, but experts suggest that they act as teacher advisory panels, where educators guide and mentor other educators on professional development topics. Similar to leadership teams, school improvement committees, which are typically comprised of school representatives, parents, and community members, can use SDM to guide their choices when setting school priorities regarding school improvement, curriculum, and the allocation of resources. Another group that benefits from SDM is the Principal's Advisory Committee. This cohort, consisting of the principal and a group of knowledgeable or expert teachers, make decisions regarding everyday issues as well as more significant topics like policy changes. Finally, other opportunities for collaborative decision-making include budget review teams, scheduling teams, and work assignment teams. These groups assist the principal in making decisions about how best to use school finances, determining the school schedule, and assigning teachers and support staff work assignments. Our current system of RTI has proven to be ineffective. We offer only one intervention at this time. Students often are placed in it during 6th grade and remain in it until the end of their 8th grade year, having shown no gains. Perhaps it's time to implement a more collaborative approach to RTI. Using SDM, a team of administrators, counselors, educators, both general and special, as well as a school psychologist, can make decisions regarding our RTI model. In this scenario, a joint decision-making approach would best suit our needs, as each team member brings their unique expertise, knowledge, and insights to the table. The fund of knowledge will be increased, allowing for more informed decision-making regarding the various components of an improved RTI model. Then, finally, our struggling learners will be able to receive the support and interventions they need to begin making gains in academic and social-emotional deficits. We've learned what SDM is, its benefits, and how and when to use it. Now let's take a moment to watch how one school district uses SDM to make data and evidence-informed decisions. The video below shows science teachers at San Francisco Unified and how they use a collaborative decision-making model to engage in professional development on curriculum days throughout the year. During these PD sessions, educators make decisions to develop and enhance their curriculum, their instructional practices, and inform each other about student progress. Teachers who engage in these sessions noted that they owned the curriculum, had greater buy-in, and were able to share observations, ideas, concerns, questions, and ultimately, they learned together. One teacher even stated that they felt like their voices had been heard. We've heard a lot about SDM and collaboration today, but what does it all mean? How does SDM impact on our ability to educate our students? Let's take about 5 minutes to do a final think, pair, share activity. With one or two others, consider why SDM and collaboration in general is important in the educational setting. What is its role? How does it promote student or successful internal and external communication? How does it support student success? When time is up, we'll come back to the whole group to share our final thoughts. As educational professionals, we know that collaboration in all its forms has an important role in the schools. SDM and collaboration promote a healthier school climate and culture. SDM can highlight the wealth of knowledge contained by our diverse staff so that educators can use their unique expertise to facilitate school improvement. As a result, organizational trust and leadership capacity will increase. Additionally, collaboration promotes successful internal and external communication, which is another hallmark of successful schools. Because SDM involves multiple stakeholders, it focuses on individual knowledge, expertise, and insights. In turn, this will increase transparency and foster positive relationships with both internal and external stakeholders. Ultimately, the use of SDM and collaboration will lead to increased student success. The resulting improvements in school climate, transparency, leadership capacity, and organizational trust will support educators, administration, families, and community members as they work to fulfill their roles in education. Consequently, the school's mission, vision, and goals are far more likely to be achieved. When this happens, students will experience greater academic, social, emotional, and physical successes, and their overall educational experience will be enhanced. Thank you very much for watching the presentation. If you have any questions or comments about it, please reach out. You can see my email address is posted there. The phone won't be answered for at least another 3 weeks, hopefully, as we finish out summer vacation. But I would love to hear some feedback if you have any on the presentation, the content included in it, and just general advice on how to improve it. Thanks so much for listening.